Is the world of Magic the Gathering moving too fast, or are we just not able to keep up? Welcome on in, Dragonfolk. I'm so happy to have you all here. I'm happy to continue to bring you fantastic content that I hope you all are enjoying on a semi-daily basis. Unfortunately, life gets in the way, and so daily content is not yet a thing, but as we move closer and closer to 500 subscribers, I hope to try my best to make it that way, and with your help, I know I can. So, today we are going to be talking about the release schedule for Magic the Gathering and all of the craziness that is to come with it. So, I know this is kind of late in the game because the Wizards Presents thing happened like 3 weeks ago, but this is something I wanted to bring up to generally give you guys an idea of how these sets are coming out and what we can expect throughout the entirety of this time. So something that a lot of Magic the Gathering players have been complaining about, more specifically a lot of the older Magic the Gathering players, is that everybody is experiencing a lot of this, what we call wallet fatigue, right? There's a lot of products coming out, and all of these products come with a bunch of other sub-products, and those sub-products cost money. And so as more and more stuff comes out, there's not enough time for the regular consumer to continue to buy in to these new sets at the rate in which they are pumping them out. Back in the day, I believe it was essentially you got one set a season. It was a set to come out in the winter, one set to come out in the spring, one for the summer, and then one for the fall. And then once you got into the fall, it, rotated out. So that was how it was then, but now they have so much that they're pumping into us. I want to give a general overview of all the stuff that is coming from the beginning of right now, even all the way until winter of 2024. So you're going to notice there are going to be some gaps in here, right? And these gaps will be able to be filled with certain things. And I'll kind of show you how that works. So with this release schedule, which I'll go ahead and post right here, so that way everybody can kind of see what the release schedule is, you're going to see that these are all of the expansions that are going to be coming out for Magic the Gathering in the next few, months, right? There's even so much as down the line all the way until winter 2024 with the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. But what they are also releasing is a bunch of subsidiary sets and premium sets in between all of these that are going to fill the gap for a lot of what the when you're in between sets, there's a lot of time for Wizards to kind of pump out a little premium thing there for you. So you'll see that in the fall, Dominaria United of this year, right? The fall of this year, Dominaria United comes out. That is going to be September 9th is the release date for Dominaria United. So in about a week and a half, right? Dominaria United comes out. But still in the fall of this year, which means October, November-ish, will be the Brothers' War, which means that they're not even waiting 2 months in between sets. It's September, October, November, like that is fall. And the fact that it's going to be somewhere in there, that makes me think that this set is going to become very much so it's either going to be looked over or Dominaria United is going to be looked over. We may even have a situation in which, much like what Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate had going on for it with Double Masters 2022, is Dominaria United comes out and then maybe a week later, spoiler season starts for the Brothers' War. And when something like that happens, that tends to skew people's ideas of what they should buy and essentially throws an entire set under the rug. So that's not what it's not what I want to see for Dominaria United. So to see these two sets be so incredibly close to one another does kind of scare me. And then, of course, after the Brothers' War is the next set in the Phyrexian arc, the third set, I should say, in the Phyrexian arc, which is Phyrexia All Will Be One. So, winter of 2023 is when that comes out. And winter could be, of course, anywhere from December, right, all the way until February. But it does say 2023, so I'm assuming it's going to be January through February. Probably looking at a February release. If they know what's good for them, they'll release it in February. But again, there's other things that are going to be released in between that. I believe in between the Brothers' War and the Phyrexia All Will Be One set, Dominaria Remastered is going to be released, which is a more, I would assume, premium set. And that is already within the span of what? Within the span of 6 months, you're already looking at almost 4 sets dropped, right? Not to mention any of the secret layers that drop in between then, or any of the other announcements for the other, sets. There's a lot that is being dropped in a matter of time. And before it was 4 sets like a year, and now it's 4 sets in half a year. Why are they mass producing these things, right? Why is it that this is just pumping out more and more content, right? I don't believe that as a company, Wizards of the Coast should focus on pushing out something every 2 months. I feel like they should push out this every season, strictly because they need to focus on their quality. Everybody's been complaining about the curling of the foils, right? About the bleeding of the holographic for the cards, misprints and miscuts galore. QA doesn't seem to be doing half of their own jobs, and the cards don't even seem that fantastic these days. There are a couple cards here and there that are pretty powerful, but I don't believe that everybody seems to be so wowed by it. Not to mention the fact that they're taking all of these sets and they're including these crazy foilings and high-level textured, showcase, extended, borderless arts, whatever, and they're just mass-producing them to even make those not really feel that special. So they keep pushing out this content at such a rate that not only are we not surprised by it, but we don't even have the money to afford it usually by the time it comes out. I mean, if you're able to buy a couple packs, right, that's at least a start. But I think Wizards is banking on everybody buying boxes of the stuff, and there being a ton of packs opened all at the same time. But there are even content creators that are becoming so bogged down with box openings. They're doing their own personal box openings that it's just not feasible for them to continue to open boxes because there's just new product all the time. And unless you're getting that as a write-off, it absolutely is not going to be worth it. So moving on, that's already just into February, right? Let's move into spring, right? In spring 2023, we have March of the Machine, which is the final expansion in the Phyrexian arc. And in spring 2023, we also have March of the Machine, the Aftermath, which who even knows what that's going to be? It's apparently an epilogue of March of the Machine, but is it going to be an actual... I mean, according to this is a standard set. I'm not too sure whether or not that's actually going to be the case, or if it's going to be something along the lines of like Innistrad double feature. I don't know why they'd reprint a set right after one another in the same season. It doesn't make any sense. I think if you got rid of March of the Machine, the Aftermath, I think it would be fantastic, and nobody would need to know anything more about that. That would be my own personal take on spring. Because while we're still in 2023, guess what else drops, right? We also have the release of the Lord of the Rings series, which I believe is probably going to be sometime in between spring and fall during the summer, right? The summer has more sets to come out. Usually the summer is when they come out with those premium sets, those Double Masters 2022s and the Modern Horizons and the Masters, the other Master sets, like the summer is usually when that happens. So, in between March of the Machine, the Aftermath, and Wilds of Eldraine, the fall set for 2023, what are we going to be seeing in between there, right? Are there going to be 2 premium set releases in between those? That just means that they're again pumping out 2 sets every couple of months. And that's a lot considering what you have to work with. I mean, like I said, I think everybody's experiencing some pretty heavy wallet fatigue. And what this is eventually going to do is this is going to lead a lot of players to not buying product and to only buy product that they know is premium. So if you don't buy any of this other stuff, right, and you just wait until they come out with Dominaria Remastered, Dominaria Remastered is probably going to do really well. And you don't have to buy any Dominaria United. You don't have to buy any Brothers of War. You don't have to buy any of the Phyrexia. All will be one. If you just bought Dominaria Remastered this, at the beginning of next year, if you're talking a investment strategy, that would be the way to go. Because all of these other sets, they're going to be just pushed to the wayside. Nobody's going to care. The Phyrexian arc is going to be here and gone. And we're going to be moving right into the Wilds of Eldraine in the fall of 2023. And then you'll notice that the fall of 2023 is when the Wilds of Eldraine comes, right? So let's say even at the latest, March of the Machine, the Aftermath, ends in, oh gosh, I don't know, May, right? Let's say it ends in May. That leaves June, July, August, September. September is the fall of 2023. And if they're starting in September, after a 3-month hiatus of not pushing out product, if they're going to make Wilds of Eldraine in September, that means that they have to wait all the way until, according to this schedule, winter of 2024 to make the Lost Caverns of Ixalan, which is the next set in rotation. Now, that I can vibe with, right? Right there, it looks like they're taking a hiatus during the summer. But the hiatus is really going to be when the premium product drops. Then they're going to go fall, and then they're just not going to touch it until winter. Even if it's early winter, right? Like January of 2024. That's at least good. It gives you time to collect these cards, and it's going to feel good getting these boxes. It'll give you some months to recuperate that. But from Dominaria United all the way until March of the Machines, the Aftermath, and then even into the summer of whatever premium products come out, you're looking at like anywhere between 7 to 8 sets that are dropping in a matter of a year and a half, really. So that is kind of mind-blowing. It's not even a year and a half. It's, what is that, half a year? Yeah, that's at most 8 months, right? That's at most 8 months. You're having at least, 5, 6, maybe even 7 sets drop in between then. And then you add into the summer, you've got probably 2 more. So you're looking at almost 9 sets in this small amount of time. And that's not okay. I mean, for me personally, I don't think that's okay. I am always one to say, especially if if I'm watching an anime I like, or if I'm watching a show I really enjoy, and I'm like, oh man, I really want more of this. I want more. I can consume more. I can binge shows and so on and so forth. But this, I have to get cards. Think about the people playing on Magic the Gathering Arena. It's going to take them so long to collect these things, and then what? What about the people who do Mastery Passes? The Mastery Pass people, they're going to have like a month to complete a Mastery Pass all the way to level 70 before the next set comes out, and then they're just going to be SOL on their rewards. If you're not grinding Magic the Gathering Arena every single day of your life, then you're never going to get to the end of a Mastery Pass, because it's just going to be overlapped into the next one by the time you're ready. So that's my whole take on this. There are a lot of sets coming out. A lot. And while I love seeing content on things that I personally enjoy and getting more and more of it, right? I love the idea behind this Phyrexian arc, behind the fact that these things are such a powerhouse. And I love lore and I love the story. I love the way that this is being presented, but it's too much in too short of a time. And I imagine a lot of this is going to be very much so forgotten on the wayside because it's all going to happen so fast. There's not time for people to acclimate to that, to really get the cards they want, to have deck builders figure out what cards work well in their Pioneer deck to make them top tier. What, MTG Arena people who are trying to figure out what decks are best for Standard. It's very difficult to do this. And not to mention the fact that they're busting out all of this product so quickly. I'm certain that they are not working on their other projects, like Magic the Gathering Arena. There's a lot they can do for Arena to make it better. And they won't do it because they're too busy printing all this stuff. So they have to now add all these new things into Arena in regards to the new sets that are coming out, because guess what? That has to keep up with the new stuff too. So instead of going back and printing older sets and making Pioneer more of Pioneer instead of Explorer on Arena, you're instead focusing all of your time and effort into making this, into making content for people that will forget about it in a month's time because the brand new shiny thing is going to be coming out. So that's my 10 cents, 2 cents, however many cents you have on you. That is it. That is it for me. I want to know what you guys think though, right? I want to know what you feel in regards to this coming out, this schedule, right? I want to know how you feel. Do you feel like it's going too quick? Do you feel like it's, you're happy that they keep pumping out content for you on a regular basis? Are you experiencing wallet fatigue in such a way that you're going to be skipping some of these sets strictly because you aren't going to have the cash for them? Are you going to be only buying premium sets this year or this next coming year because you don't want to waste your money on a standard set that's going to be forgotten? Let me know. And while you're down there, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel as well if you have not already. You guys can also check out the description below the video. That is where I have my Patreon link. So if you want to become a patron of the channel, I do have your name at the end of every single one of my videos. And if you join at a certain tier, I have some goodies for you. But regardless, you don't need to. I just figure if you ever want to support the channel in a way more than just hitting that subscribe button, it means a lot to me. So thank you all so much. I really do appreciate your support, and I appreciate your input. And thank you for letting me capture your attention for more than 5 minutes. And I'll see you all very soon. Nerd out.